Ladies and gentlemen, finally joining us on the couch for a
Yes.
chat is multi-talented, did I say that again? Multi-talented screen actor and also model, Roseanne Chikwendu, popular for her role as Alex Igwe in the blockbuster movie The 1 Minute Man. She has also featured in so many other flicks, especially Grind, which is making waves all over the place.
And in Grind, she is known as Tasha, a.k.a. Edesire. It's so good to have you here this morning.
Grand to have you.
She's the villain there.
She's a villain. You played a villain.
Yes.
Oh, wow. There's something about the way you look. There's a perpetual smile on your face. It never goes away. How do you manage that? Do you ever get angry? What do you look like when you're angry?
Well, my siblings tell me that I don't look serious when I'm angry.
Aha, there you go. It's the perpetual smile.
My dimples give you away.
Oh, but you know, the smiling part of you is what I'm just beginning to experience, because the first experience I had of you was from Grind, and you were always like,
Moody.
yeah, seriously. I'm going to teach that girl a lesson she will never forget.
You should act.
I should, eh?
Trying,
No,
good
but
to have
really,
you
well
here.
done.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
So
Okay.
let's talk about you, and especially I'm going to plenty much focus on Grind because I love the series. You played a very interesting role on there, and from the discussions that we've had, it has a very rooted, very meaningful background to the entire series. But why don't you tell us exactly why it was so important to portray such a role in the eye of society?
I think from the writer's perspective, and when I read the script as well, it's just basically trying to say that, oh, these people, these exotic dancers are regular people, and you wouldn't know. They're your neighbors, they come to your church, they just live their regular lives, and you just don't know. And they have like life issues, real life problems, just like we do. And there is really nothing that differentiates between us and them.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to touch the lives on what they actually go through in their basic lives.
Maybe we should tell exactly what Grind is about.
Yeah, so, okay, so Grind is, you know, of course, when we talk about Grind, the first thing that comes to mind is, okay,
Exotic
people,
dancers.
you know, working hard, trying to make a living.
Yes.
And then the exotic dancers part. This is you on Grind. And it's hard to marry the two characters with the you that we're seeing now, who is so sweet and gentle and calm. But there you are in your element.
Fierce. And
It's really amazing. It's really amazing just how you were able to really embody that role. But then, this is Nigeria. When I started watching it, even from the first scene, I'm like, hey, something's going to happen here. This is something that somebody is going to do a lot of explaining to their parents and their pastors in particular. How did you take that role? How?
To be honest, I usually focus on story first.
Okay.
And when I read the script, I didn't interpret it the way a normal person, like a regular person would. For me, it was the different topics and the different themes that the script was on, which is family, religion, friendship, love, and
Betrayal.
betrayal. That was what I was focused on, and not necessarily what was about to do. Sorry, and I think that was what helped me. And we actually had to go through a lot of training for this project.
I can imagine.
It was a lot, so we had to go for 3 months training for pole dancing.
oh, wow.
We had to go extra miles on working out. I mean, I work out normally, but working out and dancing on the pole is like two total different things.
Wow.
You really need that core strength to be able to pull yourself up. I have profound respect after this project for
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
exotic
That was where I was going. So after the project, after being that character, what's your view on people who this is their life? I know you talked about the fact that it is relatable because there are people around you, your neighbors, your friends, your people in church and all. But when you see them now, after being that character, what do you think? What do you say? What kind of...
So aside from my other colleague, Tyler, the other exotic dancers were actual exotic dancers. We were the only actors on
A bit
set.
too excited, Mary.
Halima is a real one.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Mary, calm down now. Calm down now.
And they acted so well.
Yeah, so we had to go for like a understudy to watch them. So we were visiting, you know, clubs and bars just so we can see what they're like, what they talk like. And they're just like us. In fact, I have a project coming up and Alima is going to come on it again.
What kind of a project is this?
It's a film.
Okay.
It's a cinema film.
Okay.
And there's a scene in particular that will be needing
Exotic
dancers, and she's going to be coming on board with a couple of other dancers. And well, if I see her, I mean, I've seen her like twice, and we saw each other once in a shopping mall. I was just like, hey, girl. Just regular talk. There's really nothing. I don't feel any way at all.
So
I mean,
are you still in contact with Anima? You know why I'm asking? I'm asking because when did you guys shoot? Last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Now, 2 years ago, money was flowing.
No.
Like
Jeez, where are you
water.
going?
Don't touch me. Let me see what I want to say. But now, with the crash course, how are exotic dancers coping? Because we know that they survive on.
Spraying.
You know, should I give you a sample?
I have no naira for you, however.
keep
And
it.
it's
I
breakfast
wanted to
television.
give you-
She can collect transfer.
I can't. Thank you.
Sorry, me, I don't know where they
So-
get this experience from.
But really, how are they coping?
Honestly, I haven't asked her that. I think when I see her for this next project, I will ask her how
I'm
have
going to
you
follow
been?
up. I'm going to ask you, what did
Yes,
she say?
please.
Because
I
I'm
would-
actually wondering, there's so many businesses, so many careers that are focused on cash itself.
yes.
Say, for example, performers. I remember a performer was here last Friday, and he mentioned the fact that people now buy some kind of
Voucher.
modified notes.
Yes.
Voucher system.
Yes, voucher system. So you're spraying the vouchers, not the notes itself.
Then you transfer.
Then you now transfer to buy it and all. But it's all
We'll save
good.
that for
Yeah.
the next time we have.
I'm curious about something. So we've seen the background for Tarela in Grind. We've seen the background for what's that Yoruba girl?
Tiwa.
For Tiwa. But we haven't seen your background story. Is it going to come up?
Keep watching.
Really now?
Keep watching. You would see. I think there's a not mix up for me. My character interpretation, receiving a lot of, why are you like this? The PR person handling Twitter has been sending me some tweets, and I see people being mean to me and saying things. I'm like, I'm actually nice.
So you actually get hate mail. Is that what you're saying? People.
Yeah. So my friends will actually know me still like, Riz, I did beef you. Wait till I did beef. I'm like, calm down. I'm not that bad.
Well, what about when you go over to church, for instance?
Yes.
What reactions do you get?
Good and bad.
Let's hear about the bad ones.
Wait, church members are watching that kind of stuff. Go on.
Oh, why are people watching?
Okay.
Yeah, on Sunday, my aunt reached out and she said, oh, she got a call from two of our...
Ministers in church.
Okay, sort of, yes. Like, oh, why does she have to do that? She's still young. She shouldn't be exposing like that. Why? I'm like, why is she watching?
Oh, yeah, why
Why
is
is
she
she
watching?
Are they old enough?
and then she says, the only good thing is she liked the part of, talking about the tithes. I don't know that you've gotten to the episode yet, where, a lot of people, average Nigerians who can't even afford to feed themselves, are taking all of their funds and putting
Tarela's
it into...
mom is chairman.
Yes, taking your child's school fees to give it to
Yes.
tithe and offering to your pastor, and that's what she's happy about. And also touching on how parents can be, ignorant sometimes and not really know what's happening in their home. That's how, Tarela's sister, being careful with neighbors.
Yes, that was last week.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm really...
Follow up.
I have been. I'm shocked myself.
But apart from Grind, there's much other things that you have also done. And we saw you on a cooking show. What was that
Yes.
show now? And what was it called again?
It's called Converse in an Apron.
Converse in an Apron.
Yes, Conversations in an Apron.
Nice, I liked it. And there's something about your personality. You're the girl next door. You're so
Yes.
ordinary. You're so effortless. When she came in here, I was like, whoa. And then
It was gushing, actually.
that wasn't
Yeah,
gush.
it
I mean,
was.
what's not to gush after? I mean,
Exactly.
come on. And then we started to talk, and I realized how very ordinary, how very
Regular,
interpersonal, how
yeah.
very relatable you are. And
Thank
that's
you.
such a unique quality to have as somebody who is out on on movies and everything. You should have a chip on your shoulder, but you have nothing like that.
Oh, no.
That's very impressive. I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you.
And then, well, looking, to the future, of course, what are your expectations, your career, your personal life, and all over the next 5 years?
So this year is turning different for me. I decided that this year I was going to do a little bit more behind the scenes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, so my first project coming up is the cinema film that I told you we're working on. And I'm actually on it as a line producer.
Nice.
It's my first one.
Wow,
Sort of
congratulations.
anxious about it, yes. Also have a series that I'm working on. I'm planning on putting it on, I'm not sure yet, hopefully YouTube. Co-producing with a colleague of mine. It's going to be 10 episodes, something relatable, something like you and I can watch.
Yeah.
Like, you're my target audience, and also young women, just to empower women on what we can do together when we support each other. And there's just like basically there's space for everybody. Let's work together, let's strive.
Roseanne,
Brilliant.
thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
It's been a very interesting conversation.